Ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing on 1st down. Gardner. And incomplete to open things up. Greg Olsen was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Gardner. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Noah Spence in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Flex round! Flex round!
From the gun, Gardner. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try.
Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Gardner. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Gardner. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
They find some open field here. A big run there by Jones. 41 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
They'll run for the first time with Hill. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
On 2nd down, it's Jones. Pretty move. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
He'll drop to throw. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. Sturgis for the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Christian McCaffrey to return it. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. Gardner is going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down.
Ohio!
Operating from the gun, Gardner. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Fielded at about the 28. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll pitch it out to Jones. Got some real estate inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 2nd down, Hill shedding the tackle. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Hill. Wiggles free. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw here. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Now Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Ohio! Flex round!
To throw on 2nd down. Gardner. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Levante David in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Flex round!
From the gun, Gardner. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And he'll take it just outside the 40. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Airing this one out for Evans. That's going to be caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Sturgis adds the PAT, and that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 3rd and 2, Gardner. And he's got his target. That's more. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first. This quarterback now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. Operating from the gun, Gardner forced out to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Off the play fake, Gardner. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
Flex round! Flex round!
Looking to throw. Gardner. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
This is taken at the 15. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go now. Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. A give to Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Following the fumble recovery, Gardner. And this one complete right side to Funchess. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Back to throw. Gardner looking left side. That's caught by Moore. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On second down, McCaffrey. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
That's it, baby. That's it.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. From the gun on 3rd down. Gardner eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Give him a gain of 4. Able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down and inside the 5-yard line.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. And he's got it up and through. Gano out to kick this one away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Gehring. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
On 1st down, Gardner. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This quarterback now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
From the gun, Gardner. Flushed out right. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. DJ Moore with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers have got it back to a one-score game. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
Gano the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead.
All right, now, lucky
But a
56,
mistake there,
lucky 56.
that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get
Watch
on
it
out
now,
for the
Barney,
half.
Barney. Gone, 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 gone.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Dancing to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Gone, 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 gone. Gone, 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 gone.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And Sturgis able to knock it through. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. Now it's Patterson. A little 360. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A dump underneath to Jones. Oh, now he bowls him over. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Back to throw now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And a loose football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
After the penalty, it's Jones. Sidesteps into the 35, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one good for 14 yards, and it's a second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Flushed, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Shaq Thompson leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Here's Brian Anger now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. And now, Charles, what do? You want to create some space here for your punter if you have to punt.
I think maybe you just go quarterback sneak and try and create that space and hope your punter can help you out.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Taken right around the 44. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They're going to look to throw. Looking left sideline, line, incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's third down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Back to throw. Steps away to his left. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by M.J. Stewart, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. And they try the sweep to Jones. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
15 yards through the air and a first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Randy Gregory in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the fourth. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he spins through. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Now the Bucs offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. He'll look to throw into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. McCaffrey on the return. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Throwing on 1st down. Gardner staying on his feet, buying time to his left. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. This is McCaffrey on the give. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! 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 Ohio!
Operating from the gun. Gardner. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the gun, Gardner. Flush to it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Spins by, and he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Gardner, hard throw, incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Devin Funchess, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Extra point try good by Gano. And that will shave one more off this lead. Gano out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. And now it's 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Patterson. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Bucs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, 62 yards. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, twisting away. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing to start the drive. Gardner. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them. But all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. On 3rd down, here's Jones. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better.
Yeah. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. That's something you have to be wary of on your side of the field, that close to the goal line. The defense, they are looking for that football. They got it. They scored.
You are so right, and the quarterback has to speed things up himself. So close to the goal line, they're going to get after you. Make sure you get rid of the football and in a safe place.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded at the goal line. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. 1st and 10. Gardner. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Gardner. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And the return will stop right around the 25. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. On 3rd down, that's Jones. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working.